So hello student, very good morning to everyone. So in the last lecture, we had started with a new chapter, that is chapter number 1.3, pharmacodynamic agents. So these are the points that we had covered in the last lecture, that is classification of CNS drugs based on its pharmacological action. So on the basis of pharmacological action, the CNS drugs has been classified into six classes. So the first class is hydantoin, oxazolidinedione. Second is oxazolidinedione. Third, benzodiazepines. Fourth one, pyrrolidones, phenylpropylamines, phenothiazine. So these are the six classes of CNS drugs based on its pharmacological action. So in the last lecture, under the class of hydantoin, we had taken the example of phenytoin. So this phenytoin was the first anticonvulsant drug, and it shows the clear difference between anticonvulsant activity and sedative hypnotic activity. And that phenytoin is also used as a sodium channel blocker, and that phenytoin is also used for the treatment of all type of epilepsy and for trigeminal neuralgia, and it is also for used for the treatment of cardiac arrhythmia, especially induced by digitalis. Then the side effect of that phenytoin is it causes dizziness, itching, skin rashes, blurred vision, vomiting, fever, tremors. So these are the side effects. Then the second class is oxazolidinedione. So under this, so we have taken the example of tridone under this class, tridone. So the the uses of tridone is it is used as an anticonvulsant drug, and used in the treatment of grand mal epilepsy, and in combination with phenytoin used to treat petit mal epilepsy when other drugs are ineffective or not effective. Then the side effect of that of your tridone is it causes skin rashes, exfoliative dermatitis, then blood scleria, kidney damage, hepatitis. These are the side effects. Then the third class is benzodiazepines. So the under this class of benzodiazepine, we have taken the example of alprazolam, and this alprazolam it is used as a anti-anxiety agent, and it is also used as a sleep inducer. It is also used as a sleep inducer, and the side effect of this alprazolam is it causes drowsiness and lethargy. It causes drowsiness and lethargy. Then fourth class is pyrrolidones. Under the class of pyrrolidone, we have taken the example of levetiracetam. It is also called as Keppra, and this levetiracetam it is used as a mood elevator, and also use it have good effect on mind, and it is also called as nootrops, and it is also used as an anticonvulsant in the treatment of epilepsy. It is also used to treat partial myoclonic tonic-clonic seizures, and it is also used in the treatment of Tourette syndrome, anxiety disorder, Alzheimer's disease. The side effect of this Keppra is drowsiness, dizziness, then weakness, tiredness, These are the side effects. And the next class is phenylpropylamine. So under the class of phenylpropylamine, we have taken the example of your amphetamine. And amphetamine is used for the treatment of alcoholism and narcolepsy. And the side effect of that amphetamine is, after prolonged use, causes psychotic state of suspicion and paranoia. Then your last six class is phenothiazine or thorazine. So under this class, we have taken the example of chlorpromazine, and the uses of this chlorpromazine is, it is used as a muscle relaxant and anti-anxiety. These are the points that we are covered in the last lecture. So, so students, today we are going to learn very important points, that is synthesis of tridone, which is a oxazolidine-dione derivative, or trimethadone. So its synthesis start with propan-2-one. It's the IUPAC name of this compound, and the common name is acetone. It's a simply acetone, where this acetone react with HCN, hydrogen cyanide. Nucleophilic addition reaction takes place towards this carbonyl carbon. You will get cyanohydrine. So OH will join, you'll get that CN will attack on this carbonyl carbon, and you'll get this cyanohydrine. Then this cyanohydrine on reaction with H2SO4 in presence of in presence of ethyl alcohol, hydrolysis followed by esterification, you will get this ester. The name of this ester is ethyl 2-hydroxy 2-methyl propanoate, and it is also called as ethyl dimethyl glycolate. Then this ethyl dimethyl glycolate on reaction with urea, condensation reaction with urea in presence of sodium ethoxide, you will get this product. Then this on intramolecular cyclization by the loss of ammonia, you will get oxazolidine dione derivatives. Then this oxazolidine dione derivative in presence of sodium hydroxide and dimethyl sulfate, you will get this tridone or trimethadone. It is a 3,3,5,5 trimethyl oxazolidine 2,4-dione. So it's a very simple synthesis. Synthesis start with acetone. So this acetone react with hydrogen cyanide. You will get this cyanohydrine. Then this on hydrolysis followed by esterification in presence of H2SO4 and ethanol. You will get this ester ethyl dimethyl glycolate on condensation reaction with urea in presence of sodium ethoxide and heat. You will get this product. This is on intramolecular cyclization by the loss of ammonia. You will get this oxazolidine dione derivative. Then the last step is simply methylation reaction. You will get this oxazolidine dione derivative, and the name of this compound is tridone or trimethadone. Tridone or trimethadone. So the cyanohydrine of this acetone is hydrolyzed and esterified to get ethyl dimethyl glycolate. Then this on condensation reaction with urea in presence of sodium ethoxide to get oxazolidine dione derivative, and finally it is methylated with dimethyl sulfate in alkaline medium to get trimethadone. And for alkaline medium we are using NaOH for alkaline medium. So this the uses of this tridone is, it is used as an anticonvulsant in the treatment of grand mal epilepsy in combination with phenytoin. It is used for treat PET It is used to treat petit mal epilepsy when other drugs are ineffective, and it is also used in the treatment of kidney damage, then hepatitis. The side effect of this tridone is it causes skin rashes, blood sclerosis, kidney damage, and hepatitis. So, so this is the synthesis of tridone. It looks like very simple. In your blackboard or in a notebook, we can simply write the synthesis. It's a multi-step synthesis because multiple steps are involved. One, two, three, four. So that's why the fourth step, that's why this reaction is called as multi-step synthesis. And in notebook or blackboard, we can simply write the product, but when you do the same reaction in a lab, it requires the reaction will become difficult to get the product because it requires certain temperature, certain conditions are required, certain reagents are required to complete that reaction. So it is not easy to do this reaction in a lab. It required it required some technique to uh, to get the product. So so we are simply writing, but it is difficult to complete this reaction in a lab. So now the next point is we'll see its reaction mechanism. We'll see its what reaction mechanism. So reaction mechanism is nothing but it is a step-by-step explanation of your reaction. It is a step-by-step explanation of your reaction, how the bond break-in and bond formation takes place. For example, this acetone is converted to cyanohydrin. So how this acetone is converted to cyanohydrin? How this CN joined to this, how this C double bond will convert to H, that we'll see. It is a step by step explanation of reaction and how the bond formation, bond breaking it takes place during the formation of this product. That is nothing but the reaction mechanism. That is nothing but what? Reaction mechanism, in which path which is your reaction is going, that we'll see. So so for that I have to close this. So so there is one software to draw the structure of organic compound. So the name of this software is ChemBioDraw Ultra. So it's a ChemDraw software. So by using this software, you can draw the structure of your chemical organic compound. So different tools are there. This is mark, then structure perspective. This is your eraser, and this is for text. If you are writing text, this is for bond. This is for multiple bond, double bond, single bond. Pen tools. This is for arrow. Different arrows are there. You can use single headed, double headed arrow. Reaction equilibrium. Then this is for orbitals. Different sp, d, f different orbitals are there. Then this is for solid and wedge line in stereochemistry. We are using that in drawing the element. This is for drawing the element. This is to add the bracket. Then this is for symbol, positive, negative charge, cation, radical. Then this is for if you want to add TLC. So this is for TLC. This is for different tools we can add. ChemBioDraw. You can add amino acids, anatomy, animals, aromatic ring. So you can add bicycles, bicycle compound. You can add then bio instrument, bio art, bugs, different clipwares are there. Conformer in stereochemistry, you are using this conformer, that is Newman, Eclipse, staggered, then ring, cycloalkane, different rings are there. Then DNA template, this is functional group, hexones, metallocene, microorganisms, different organisms and virus is there here. We can add that nanotubes, organelles, different organelles you can add here for ring, polyhedron, polypeptides, RNA, shapes, then stereocenter, supramolecular, So, so here you can create new document, open, new, close, save as. Different options are there. So in view, different tools you can add, that is BioDraw toolbar, general toolbar, then show object toolbar, structure toolbar, like this. You can use color also here. So this is the about your CamDraw software. We'll see its reaction mechanism, step by step explanation of your synthesis of tridone, how bond formation and bond breaking takes place. So here the first step, what happen, your hydrogen cyanide HCN, this hydrogen cyanide will react with this carbonyl carbon of propan 2 so that this HCN CN minus will act as a nucleophile, and the carbon of this carbonyl carbon will act as a electrophile, because that carbon is attached to electron withdrawing group oxygen. So this oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so it withdraws electron towards itself and make this carbon as electron deficient or electropositive center. And there is a slightly delta positive charge on carbon and slightly uh, delta negative charge on oxygen. So this is due to inductive effect, polarization in a bond is there. So nucleophile will attack on this electrophile. Here it shows the attacking. So this will show the attacking. Cn minus will attack on this carbonyl carbon, and this shows the movement of electron to the movement of this double headed arrow is shows the movement of two electrons. So these two are the Cn minus electron will attack on this C of carbon. They will attack on this carbonyl carbon of this acetone, and the bond will break. So you know that this carbonyl carbon having two bond, one is pi bond and one is sigma bond. Sigma bond is strong bond, and pi bond is weak bond. So the pi bond will easily break the bond pair shift on oxygen, and so the oxygen now having extra electron pair, so that's why we are writing negative charge. So here is a negative charge on oxygen, and Cn will add to that carbon. So CH3, these are the CH3 group, CH3, CH3, Cn and O minus. Now this O minus takes proton from this hydrogen. This hydrogen convert to OH hydroxy group. It will convert to hydroxy group. Then the next step is hydrolysis of this C triple bond N. When you hydrolyze this C triple bond N, you will get acid. So hydrolysis reaction takes place in presence of water and acid. So here the nitrogen having lone pair of electron. The lone pair of electron takes proton in from solvent, because H2SO4 present in its dissociate from, that is H plus and HSO4 minus. So your nitrogen lone pair takes proton, convert to NH. Now in the next step, you know that this C triple bond N, this C triple bond N is a polar bond, and the carbon having slightly delta positive charge, and nitrogen having slightly delta negative charge due to electronegativity difference between these two atoms. And here again one more reason is this nitrogen is a quaternary nitrogen, and that nitrogen is electron deficient. To minimize the electron deficiency, that nitrogen withdraws electron towards itself and make that carbon as an electropositive or electron deficient center or electropositive center. So that's why your OH minus. Now here the OH minus in your solvent, in your solution, You are using water also, so the water dissociate in presence of acid. So water will dissociate uh, like H plus and OH minus ion. So that OH minus ion will attack on the carbon, because this carbon is electropositive or electrophilic center, and the C triple bond having three bonds, so the one bond is break. So C triple bond having it having three bond, two pi bond and one sigma bond. So the pi bond will break. You know that the pi bond is formed by lateral overlapping of p orbital, so that easily breaks. So I will show you the orbital. So consider these are your orbital. So this is your sigma bond and this is your pi bond. So these are C triple bond, and it having this is one sigma bond and two pi bond. So sigma bond is formed by axial overlapping, while pi bond is formed by lateral overlapping. So it having two pi bond and one sigma bond. So the pi bond will break because it is formed by the lateral overlapping of your p orbital. So the pi bond will break and the bond pair shift on nitrogen. So that's why there is a now nitrogen having two extra electron, because the this pi bond having two electron, that two electron shift on nitrogen. That's why we are writing it as a two electron. Now the next step is simply the hydrolysis of this as a C triple bond N. When you hydrolyze this bond C triple bond N from this, okay, so is this C triple double bond N convert to C double bond O, and this NH will convert to NH3 in presence of water. So the oxygen will join here and two hydrogen will join to this nitrogen, convert to NH3, and you will get your acid. You will get your acid. Then this acid on reaction with alcohol, so esterification reaction takes place when acid react with alcohol. Esterification reaction takes place, formation of ester by the loss of water molecules. So the hydrogen of this, the oxygen of this acid and hydrogen of this alcohol will be a will this will be the living group, and this will the byproduct after the condensation reaction between these two molecules. So this will the byproduct, water will be the byproduct. OH from this carboxylic acid and the hydrogen from this alcohol minus H2, and you will get this condensation reaction takes place, that OCH5 will join to this carbon, will get OC2H5, OC2H5, and the name of this compound is ethyl dimethyl glycolate. The name of this compound is ethyl dimethyl glycolate. It is a ester CH3CH3OH C double bond O C2H5. The name of this ester is ethyl dimethyl glycolate. Now this ester will react with this urea. So the condensation reaction takes place between these two molecules, ethyl dimethyl glycolate and your urea. So urea having this structure C double bond O NH2 NH2. So it having this two amino group. So urea having two amino group, and this amino group having lone pair, bearing lone pair on nitrogen. So this lone pair bearing atom, it acts as a, this group will act as a nucleophile, because it having lone pair of electron and lone pair bearing atom act as a nucleophile. The lone pair will attack on the carbonyl carbon of ester, same like your carbonyl carbon of ketone in your acetone. This carbonyl carbon of ester is electropositive in nature due to electron withdrawing nature of this oxygen. So, and again one more reason is there is a high electron difference, high electronegativity difference between your oxygen and carbon. So that's why the carbon of that ester become electropositive, and so that's why the lone pair will act as a nucleophile. So it will attack on this electrophile, and the bond will break here. It having one sigma bond and one pi bond, so this pi bond will break and the bond pair shift on oxygen. uh, so this pi bond, it having two electron, the electron pair will shift on oxygen, and we are writing that electron pair as a negative charge. So here in this structure you are having this negative charge. Then this negative charge will delocalize here to form carbon oxygen double bond, and this OC2H5 is a leaving group. OC2H5 is a leaving group. Then that OC2H5 minus negative charge containing this this ethoxide, and this ethoxide takes hydrogen from this quaternary nitrogen. Now here you can see that this nitrogen having four bond, 1 2 3 and 4 bond, 1 2 hydrogen and 2 from this double bond NH2, and this is 1, so it having 4 bond. So the normally the nitrogen having 3 bond, but here the nitrogen having 4 bond. So to stabilize this nitrogen, it taking this proton. To stabilize this quaternary nitrogen, it takes this proton. That's why there is a minus H plus on this arrow. So it takes proton, and minus C2H5 is your what, pi. So I will write here H5, C2H5, not a minus C2H5, H5, C2H5, OH. And now here you are doing this reaction, condensation reaction, in presence of sodium ethoxide, H5Na. So the role of this C2H5ONA is what? It taking proton from this hydrogen, or it taking NH, it taking hydrogen from this ammonia, it taking hydrogen from this amino group to generate NH, to generate an ion, so to facilitate the reaction. So this is the role of sodium ethoxide. So the sometime the nitrogen lone pair, or this will takes proton from this and generate N minus, that N minus will attack the same. So instead of this lone pair, the N minus will attack. So this is the role of sodium ethoxide. So here in this step, after attacking the bond pair, this negative charge will shift here. OC2H5 is a leaving group. Then that OC2H5 takes hydrogen to stabilize this quaternary nitrogen, and you will get your final product. You will get this product. Then in this step, what happen? Your hydroxy group attack intramolecularly on carbonyl carbon of amide. So this is your amide, same like your ketone and ester. This carbonyl carbon of amide is electropositive in nature, or it's the electron deficient center. And then oxygen having lone pair of electron. You know that the oxygen having two electron pair, that is lone pair. So that lone pair will attack on this carbonyl carbon, and the sigma boy the pi bond will break the negative charge on oxygen. Then negative charge will delocalize, and NH2 is a leaving group. Then that NH2 takes proton from this oxygen to stabilize. Now that this oxygen having positive charge, and it having 3 bond, to stabilize that it takes proton, and minus NH3 the byproduct. Then in the next step you will get this the derivative of oxazolidine dione. The next step you are using sodium hydroxide. You are doing the methylation reaction in presence of sodium methoxide, sodium hydroxide as alkaline medium. So the role of this sodium hydroxide is that it acts as a base. It acts as a base. Base is what? It abstract acidic proton. The role of base is that it abstracts acidic proton. So here The proton present on this nitrogen is acidic because there is a high electronegativity difference between this nitrogen and hydrogen. So there is a slightly delta negative charge on nitrogen and slightly delta positive charge on hydrogen. So this nitrogen can easily give its H plus, and so that N minus will delocalize here due to this carbonyl carbon, and so that's why this hydrogen is called as acidic hydrogen. So that OH minus takes proton, and it generates this anion. Then this anion will act as a nucleophile. This nucleophile will attack on this CH3, and the methylation reaction takes place. The bond will break, and you will get this O minus O SO3 CH3. This bond is polar bond, negative charge on oxygen, positive charge on carbon. So this carbon acts as electrophile, and this N minus nucleophile, it will attack on this carbon, and you will get your final product, that is 3,3,5,5 trimethyl oxazolidine 2,4 dione or tridone or trimethadone. Say trimethadone. ठीक है. So this is the simple reaction mechanism. Your propan-2-on reaction with hydrogen cyanide. So this hydrogen cyanide, the Cn minus will act as a nucleophile. It will attack on the carbonyl carbon of this acetone. The bond will break pi bond. The bond pair shift on oxygen. There is a negative charge, and that negative charge will attack on. It takes proton from the solvent, convert to OH. And next step is simply hydrolysis. This step is called as hydrolysis. So nitrogen having lone pair, it takes proton from this and convert to NH. Then this bond is polar bond. This carbon is electrophilic in nature, electron deficient center or electropositive carbon. So that OH minus will attack. It act as a nucleophile. It attack on this C-double bond, and one bond will break pi bond. Bond will shift on oxygen, and then simply hydrolysis will get acid. Then this acid on hydrolysis, this acid on condensation reaction with ethanol, you will get the ester. It's a simply esterification reaction. So the OH of this carboxylic acid and hydrogen of this will act as a this will remove, uh, and this will become byproduct, and this join together, and you will get your dimethyl glycolate. Then condensation reaction with this dimethyl glycolate and urea takes place. So the in place of sodium ethoxide, so the lone pair of this nitrogen of ammonia urea will attack on the carbonyl carbon of ester, or in other case, this what happen here. I will show you that this sodium ethoxide generate abstract hydrogen N, and these are the hydrogen. So now here your H5A, so 2H5ONA. So this C2H5ONA, it takes this hydrogen, take this hydrogen and generate anion on this NH2, and that NH2 will attack on this carbonyl carbon of ester. So carbonyl carbon of ester, the bond will break, pi bond, negative charge on oxygen, then negative charge delocalize, OC2H5 is a leaving group, then that OC2H5 takes proton, or this C2H5 ONA takes this hydrogen to stabilize this quaternary nitrogen, and you will get this product. Then this is on intramolecular cyclization reaction. You will get the cyclic product. So this hydroxy group will attack on carbonyl carbon. The pi bond will break, negative charge on oxygen, then negative charge delocalized. NH2 is a leaving group, and that NH2 takes proton from this hydrogen because it's oxygen having 3 bond now. So then there is positive charge, so it's unstable. To stabilize that, it takes hydrogen and generate this oxazolidine dione derivative, and this ammonia is a leaving group. And then the next step is it's simply a methylation reaction in presence of dimethyl sulfate. So the role of this sodium hydroxide, it acts as a base and it abstracts acidic proton. So it abstracting acidic proton and generate anion nucleophile. That nucleophile will attack on this CH3, and this you will get this simply N-methylated product, and the name of this product is tridone or trimethadone, and the IPAC name of this compound is ethyl 5,5 trimethyl oxazolidine dione. Oxazolidine dione. This is all about the reaction mechanism. It is a step-by-step explanation of your reaction, and the use of this tridone is it is mainly used as an anti-convulsant or in the treatment of grand mal epilepsy, and it is also used to treat petit mal epilepsy, and the side effect is skin rashes, dermatitis, blood dysuria, kidney damage, and hepatitis. So this is all about the reaction mechanism. Reaction mechanism. So it's a simple synthesis. Propanone reaction with cyanohydrine. You will get this hydrogen cyanide will get cyanohydrine, then H2SO4, C2H5OH. you will get this 2 ethyl 2 hydroxy 2 methyl propanoate condensation reaction between these two urea ester and urea. You will get this oxazolidine dione derivative methylation reaction, and you will get your final product oxazolidine dione. Then thank you.